Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are playing Scarlet Tower. Now I have had the game for quite a while, but I for some reason haven't done a video on it yet. It's a pretty decent game. It takes root from Vampire Survivors itself. That is what the devs tell us. So the inspiration is taken from Vampire Survivors, and we are going to be playing on Allure. We have unlocked quite a few, but Allure, he is passive as well as his glyph. He is dash, sorry, not the dash one. He is Rising Sun. When he kills 10 enemies within 5 seconds, he summons a solar aura around him, which deals 60 damage to enemies hit. And then whenever Rising Sun is triggered, we gain movement speed and attack speed. So we're going to be using those. That's cool. Talents, we've got a chance to burn on hit. Then we've got plus attack speed. Then we've got if we've dealt freeze or burn, we increase damage by 30%. Then we start the game with 50% but less life. And then we hitting 20 targets within 5 seconds increases our damage further. For defense, we've granted we get life every time we cause damage. Then chance to drain life. Then damage dealt to burn enemies heals us. Invulnerability time after taking damage, increased gathering range, and then every time we get 1,000 kills we gain max health. Now power-ups, we've got absolutely everything unlocked, and we're also using the Human's Last Hope, which heals us when we have 26%, when we have 25% health or less. We get healed for 26% of our life over 20 seconds. And when activating Last Hope, our weapon also drains 1% of the we get life steal for the duration of Last Hope. And with regards to familiars, we are using Jin, and we are still upgrading him, and he's about to get to his next level. Now we can do the corruption level 4, 2, 3, 4, but for the sake of the video today, guys, we will only be doing corruption level 2. I've never played on the Plague lands before, so we'll do that another time. We're going to do corruption level 2, and I haven't played this in some time, so we still got to get used to it again. We do have auto aim over here where we can turn it on and off, so we can actually auto aim towards enemies instead of having to worry about it. We're going to take Frost Staff. I do remember it being quite strong, so we will remember that strength and go for it there. We can we're going to fully upgrade our katana, obviously, because that is our main weapon. So this is the Rising Sun aura that you see, and the little guy following us is our Jin. I don't remember exactly what it is that makes it so that he levels up, but I think it is just generally killing stuff. Then we're going to grab the Fire Staff. The Fire Staff and the Frost Staff can fuse. Fire Staff and Frost Staff, yes. And otherwise, if we get Glacial Staff, you can do Frost Staff and Glacial Staff. So you do get chests in the game, and how they work is the chests will then evolve your weapons if they are max level. So both of them do have to be max level, and once they are max level, you can then evolve your weapons. So really cool. At least the game does tell you what weapons you need to use to evolve them. We're going to grab the Slime Staff as well because it does get upgraded with something else later on. Hopefully we can get that, but otherwise it is quite strong anyway. It shoots projectiles, which then we need corruption of. It shoots projectiles, which then obviously splits into more projectiles. So really cool, really decent ability as well. Alright, so there are some abilities that I used to use that were really cool to use. They looked really nice and they felt really nice, but their damage wasn't so great. If I see them, I'll let you know what they are. I do not remember what they were off the top of my head. I know the one was Knife, and then the other was something else. It was something that Knife evolved with, but they used to be really fun to play with and really cool looking, but the actual skill itself never used to be so grand. So that's why I know that the Fire Ice Staff is pretty good. And also, once you've evolved a weapon, you still can get the weapon, the pre-evolution weapon again. So you are able... Ooh, Celestial Sword, that's fantastic. These are very strong. All the red weapons are very, very strong to get. Now, like I was saying, if I evolve the Frost Staff and the Flame Staff, then we'll end up getting an evolution for it, one. And what that means is that we are able to get the Frost Staff again, or get the Fire Staff again. So because Frost Staff actually evolves twice, that is a good thing for it. So we are able to evolve it twice, not having to worry about it. So I do know there are other games where you can evolve things multiple times, and you can only do it once because you only get one chance to get that weapon. Whereas in Scarlet Tower, you are able to evolve the weapons multiple times, just because you do have the ability of picking them up multiple times. So we're going to increase the Fire Staff right now because I think there is a chest coming relatively soon. We do have a 21-minute timer on the top over here, so we do just need to live a little bit longer. I would love to go for the snow gun, but we don't have its evolutionary part, so right now we're not going to be grabbing it, and we are going to be dealing with these plants, very similar to how they were in Vampire Survivors when you have the boss fights in the Mad Forest and you get these plants that follow you or start closing in on you. And yeah, like I said, they did take inspiration from Vampire Survivors, so I think quite a few of the things are not copied, but obviously the inspiration is there and you can see it. So obviously the look does look completely different. We did want the Glacial Staff as well, because that's going to help with the Frost Staff, but we do need to just hope and pray we can get another Frost Staff as well. So Glacial Staff helps with the slow, because every time we slow and burn, it's going to help us with obviously dealing more damage because of the talents that we took, like we did go over in the beginning. So every time we freeze or burn enemies, we gain more damage. So obviously having that is very, very good. Alright, so let's see. It does show us our HP over there, which is awesome. We can decrease the cooldown of the staff. I do want to try and find the movement speed boots as a passive, because movement speed is very important here. We do have a tiny dash, but it does help us, obviously. But once we get to the final boss, which you will eventually see, we are going to have a little bit of a slight problem if we don't have movement speed for him. So we are still looking for movement speed. It will be nice to grab, but obviously if we can't grab it, that's just how it is, unfortunately. Now there are also stage pickups that you get. You do get a magnet, so that's really cool that we are able to pick up certain things. We're going to grab the damage increase over there, and we're going to keep going. So really cool, really interesting art style. Although the map itself is slightly gloomy because it is like a swamplands, the actual game itself is energetic, if that makes sense. So although the map is slightly gloomy, it's still kind of brought to life. This dude's new to me. I've never really had a look at him before, but he is a shopkeeper. So I've never actually seen this before. It must be new, something that they've added in. We can get an armor flask. We can get... what else can we get you? Attack speed and gathering range. So increase your attack speed by 30% during this run. Yeah, we'll take that. And then he disappears. So that's actually really, really cool. I've never seen that before. And I'm actually glad that we found him during this run, because I don't think I would have found him otherwise. I don't know. They've always got random locations. There is no map as far as I know. No, there isn't. I'm pushing buttons on my keyboard and nothing's happening. So we do have to just remember that as well. We're going to grab even more attack speed as a passive from there. But now we're still looking for our movement speed. And also you do get pickups, like I was saying. You get magnets. Over there we had a health pickup now. But they are random, so we kind of got to just look for them. I do think that a lot of it is if you walk like a certain range away from where you were originally, it seems that they land up showing more often than not. So I don't know, it's completely random, but I feel like if you walk into a certain direction, like straight down or something, you are more likely to get certain things. But I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I haven't played the game in a little bit, but I thought it would be good to add it to the channel. Maybe every Tuesday or so we can do a new game that we haven't played on the channel before. And we actually have an elite over here. The elite is dead. We do have 2 of the weapons done. So this is their fusion or evolution. So we got the water staff. It creates a water energy every 7 seconds that bounces through up to 20 enemies, dealing 50 damage. So I think their wording, we need to just look at everything and see if we can see if there are better ways of wording that, because it can just say bounces between enemies up to 50 times. I don't know why they say through enemies, but it doesn't really matter. It's not such a big deal. We are looking for another frost staff now, and we can then look at we're getting so many chests, which is actually really good. But the chests can give you random weapons, so we don't actually want to pick them up just yet. We are going to finish that. We can either get the corruption orb if we're lucky enough, or we are going to be looking at grabbing ourselves something like the frost staff again. So hopefully we get either of those, frost staff or the corruption orb, so that we can fuse even more. Let's see what we got over here. We got a slime staff. We just picked up I don't know what you would call these, but it is like a mini shrine that deals damage around us. You do get a bunch of those all over the level. You get one that creates a shield around you. You get one that deals like fire. It shoots fireballs at everything around you. And you get that one which deals like earthquakes or tremors. So here's another one, this weird like flower, I guess we can call it, and that creates an orb around us, which then keeps us safe from enemy projectiles as well as enemies. So really nice to have if you are in a pinch. But we are playing on a pretty low difficulty, so we aren't really going to struggle too much. There is a very, very strong weapon that we haven't unlocked in the game just yet. We have to play on the difficulty, the curse 3, or the difficulty 3 level. We are playing on 2 just so that we can show you the game, but there are things called werewolves, or not werewolves that we have to kill. And when we kill those werewolves, after we've killed a certain amount of them, they drop a weapon, or we unlock a weapon after we've killed a certain amount of them, and that weapon is the silver bullet or silver gun. And apparently, according to the Discord, it is one of the strongest weapons in the game. So it would be nice to get it. We do have the snow gun, and the snow gun and the silver gun also fuse together. So that is a fusion I do want to see as well. So we have our katana and the celestial sword max now. And as you can see, it is pretty easy when you are playing on Celestial 2, or it feels easy. But as soon as we hit a certain stage in the game, things do get a lot more crazy. And it is crazy. So we're hoping to hit that part of the game. Obviously, we are hoping to beat the round first time recording, but they can be quite difficult, and the boss can be quite interesting. So we might not always kill him first time. So we do have to just kind of go with it. If we don't kill him, we don't kill him. And if we do, that's just a bonus. But I mean, the mode itself lasts for about just over 21 minutes or so. That was the timer, but it could be a bit longer. I wasn't really paying attention in the very beginning to the actual round timer. But you guys must let me know what you think about the game down below. Let me know if you want to see more videos showing the other characters, although I would need to level them up quite a bit with their passives. So the Frost Scythe is one of the weapons that I really like. It is the Frost Scythe with the knife, and when you evolve or fuse them, they turn into something really cool. But unfortunately, like I said, they were quite weak. I will have to test it out a bit more in the future to see if it is going to be, if it has been buffed. I will have to just check the patch notes to see if that weapon has been buffed or not. If it has, then it's worth looking into just one more time. Otherwise, it was quite weak, so it looked really cool. So maybe I can show you guys what it looks like if that's what you would like to see. But otherwise, it isn't quite strong just yet, and maybe it needs a buff in the game. But if you like the game, guys, if you enjoy what you see, let me know so we can play more of it. We can play on the harder difficulties and things like that, and then we can go from there. And yeah, I'm still waiting for Froststaff. It's got quite an interesting soundtrack. I don't know if you guys can hear it or if it's too soft. I will try, and if it is too soft, I will put it up in post-production, obviously. Hellfire Staff, also pretty good, but it doesn't work with anything that we have right here. We do need the Frost Staff to work with the Glacial Staff. There is a little bit of a bugginess over there. If you go over them in a weird way, it does keep them on the screen. So hopefully the devs see that and they can fix that as well, where it bugs out sometimes on the screen like that, because that is quite annoying. Alright, I do want to pick up these chests, but I do want to wait as well. I'm hoping that we can pick up a Frost Staff again. Like I said, you were able to pick up 2 of the weapons, even if the one was used. But I don't know, again, it could have been changed to make things a bit more harder, a bit more, you know, that if you make choices, you kind of have to stick to either one fusion or the other. You can't get both fusions for the same weapon. But hopefully I'm wrong, and I was wrong, so thank goodness. There's our Frost Staff again. We can actually pick up a few of these chests now, at least 2 of them. We got a fancy feat, so that's fine. There was another chest somewhere here. We just need to find it. Oh, it was like right where we were. And then the cycle goes from day to night. We are going to hit night soon enough. And once it gets to night, there are slightly more things that start happening on the screen. And we do get other drops as well, which are used to upgrade the passives and things like that. Those purple crystals that you might have seen in the top right hand corner, or when you were looking at the possible the possibility of upgrading the passives. So it's these little crystals over here. So this is the nighttime rush. We do have werewolves and these bombing bugs, I guess we can call them bomber bugs. So those bugs will come up to you and start to, as you can see, go red and then explode. And these little guys rush you, or these werewolf looking dudes rush us. And we also want to just pick up as much of this purple stuff as possible, because that's going to help us evolve our glyphs and other things as well. So very nice to have these, but you can only get them in during the night cycle. And there are also only some enemies that spawn during the night cycle, like these bugs and these werewolf looking guys. So we do have to just be a bit more careful. As you can see, there's so much going on the screen. Half the time I can't see the enemies. There is quite a nice overlay though to show you if they are behind trees and things like that, which is really, really nice. But otherwise, you know, we kind of got to still move along, be quite careful. There was another chest that dropped there at the top, so we picked up the other one. We do just need to get the Frost Staff one more level and we can evolve it. I can't remember what the evolution is. I think it was trying to remember, but I just can't remember what the evolution was, unfortunately, but it's okay. We'll see what it is now anyway. We do have new enemies here. These enemies aren't supposed to be spawned in here. They're only supposed to spawn in the 3rd difficulty, I believe. So it's very interesting that I'm seeing them here. I don't know if it might have been there's a bug going on, or I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe I clicked on the wrong difficulty and I don't even know it. But we've got ourselves the Blizzard Wand. It creates an icy rain every 8 seconds that deals 150 damage and chills the enemies. So really good. It does slow down enemies as well, which is fantastic. We do need that. And now hopefully we can find the corruption orb so that we can evolve the slime staff and we would be able to get even more. Now once you reach your final, once you have everything unlocked in the game, in the run I mean, so we have all of our weapons fully leveled and everything like that, then we can go and we start getting either health or money, kind of like what they've done with the Vampire Survivors. So when you max level with Vampire Survivors and things like that, you are able to go and get, man, my wording is gone so wrong. Once you are max level, they do offer either HP or gold bags, and it's the same in this game. So once you are max level with everything, you see they've offered us Snowy Gun. We don't want the gun, we can discard it. That's fantastic. And like I was saying, once you hit max everything, you start gaining gold bags, or you gain health packs. But this is one of the I guess you can call mini bosses, but as you can see, we're dealing quite a chunk of damage to him already, so we're not too worried about him. We should kill him relatively quickly. So fantastic, we deal quite a lot of damage and he should be dead very, very soon. But he does have these AoE like a missile strike, and he is dead. Gives us a chunk of XP. Fantastic, pretty easy. He died very, very quickly. So we've actually got another chest over here. Let's open it. And we got ourselves a Thunder Staff we don't want. And we got 4 other level ups which we are happy to take. So that actually helped us level up quite a few chunks of weapons and passives. And we've got 2 more chests still, so let's grab one of them over here. We're still hoping for a corruption orb. We have fully leveled our Blizzard Wand now as well, which is fantastic. And we're just going to keep going and going until we fight the final boss. Surprisingly, guys, the last boss that we do fight, it is a Reaper. Not surprisingly there, but what I'm saying is that he will be... man, I don't need corruption robe. Alright, unfortunately we didn't get anything that we wanted, so we just got to go with whatever. We fight a Reaper. He doesn't spawn at 0. He spawns at about 2 minutes, and I believe you have to kill him before the timer hits 0. I've never really lasted long enough to see what happens if the timer hits 0, if you win or if you lose. Either I normally kill him beforehand or he kills me beforehand. So it's a either win or lose situation. It's never been either or in that case. So we're going to go for more attack speed. We did get the 30% attack speed from the merchant earlier, so we do want to just keep increasing that as well. I believe attack speed is for the main weapon, and then cooldown reduction would be for all of your other weapons as well. I could be wrong though, so don't quote me on that, but I do remember reading something like that, saying that cooldown is for your passive weapons and attack speed is for all of your main weapons. So the dual katana works off of attack speed and everything else works off of cooldown reduction. So we're going to increase our life, max life. There we go. That should be maxed. No, one more level. And we're just going to keep going. So we've only got a couple more minutes left. We just got to pick up as much of this purple stuff as possible. We actually want more gold than we want purple stuff. We've still got a lot of things to upgrade with gold, so the more gold we get, the better for us. Alright, take number 2 over there. So if you are busy drinking coffee or taking a sip of water, you can just use your keyboard to take your upgrades. We do have auto aim on, so we don't have to worry about aiming with our mouse cursor, which is really a nice touch to the game, because you'll find that the auto aim kind of goes for the closest enemy anyway, and it seems to be extremely responsive and very well done. So the auto aim is really nice to use and easy to use. The only time I won't use auto aim is when we are fighting the Reaper, and we will have to obviously aim at him. So we'll keep auto aim on for now, and we'll probably turn it off once we are fighting the Reaper, just to make sure that even when we aren't close to him, we're going to be shooting in that direction to make sure that we do actually hit him. Alright, there was another chest drop. We don't have anything else that can evolve, so we can just pick up the chests. Go over there. Nice, we've got some more levels to things. That's 3 less levels we need. Hopefully we can hit max level. I don't know if we will be able to, but it would be nice if we could. As you can see, there is so much happening on the screen. Our slime projectiles doing some work over there. Obviously at the end of the game we're going to see just how much damage everything deals, and we will take a look at that as well. But like I said, the game has been out for quite a bit of time. I think they are looking to move into early access relatively soon, so we do have to keep our eyes on that. We will definitely do another video on the early access as well, but we can do even more videos if this is something you guys are interested in. But let me know what you want to see next, if you do want to see more from Scarlet Tower. Otherwise we will look at it again when the early access is released. Alright, Thunderstaff again, that's fine. 1 less level in the weapon. And then it looks like we've just got our movement speed and cooldown reduction to work on, so that's pretty cool. What would be nice to pick up right now would be the magnet. I don't know if we can go and look for one. Let's grab that. Another chest is actually fantastic. Thunderstaff is maxed, so that's all of our weapons fully leveled. I've never hit a max level before, especially before the Reaper gets spawned, so it would be nice to finally do it. Maybe if I didn't like double evolve every single weapon or have double evolutions, it would have been easier to get. I also have no idea what those red crystals are for, so if you've played the game before and you do know what they're for, let me know down in the comments, because I have no idea what they're for or what their use is. So as you can see, we actually did already get an upgrade that said give gold, but I would like to evolve everything first. Well, not evolve, fully level everything first before gaining gold, but there was the option. Unfortunately, here's the Reaper. Like I said, we are going to go for the no auto aim. We're going to be doing it ourselves, and luckily we got some decent movement speed as well, so we can just run away from him. So he does throw scythes at us, which return to him, but again, because we are going to be moving relatively fast, he dies relatively quicker. Now obviously he does get harder and harder per corruption stage, so you do have to kind of think of that, but as long as you got movement speed, as you can see, you are in a pretty decent spot with him. So there you go, we killed him, and as you can see, the dual katana, celestial staff and the water staff deal a fantastic amount of damage. Blizzard wand is okay, and then our passive dealt the 4th amount of damage. We actually dealt more damage with our passive than we did with any of the other skill or weapons that we got. It is quite disgusting, but like I said, some weapons are very strong and others do need quite a bit of buffing. But Celestial Sword and Water Staff dealing a decent amount of damage, and then our dual katanas just being the OP weapon over there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And let me know what you think about Scarlet Tower. Would you like to see more or harder difficulty runs? Or is this something you just want to see every so often, like an update on it? Or how do you want us to play this out? Let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.